and welcome to Inspired Carping. In my videos I'll be sharing hints and tips along with carp tackle and bait reviews to help those new to or returning to carp fishing after some time away. So if you're new to my channel and like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button to receive new content. Now, I've been using a number of well-known brands when I first returned to carp fishing, from Shelf Life to Frozen, Wafters to Pop-Ups, and although they caught me a number of carp, I just wasn't consistent, and I had a number of 24 and 48 hour sessions where I just blanked. But back in November 23, whilst trawling through YouTube, I came across Palatrax, and I thought I'd give their baits a try to see if I could improve my catch rate. Now, I'm sure you can see from behind me, I now have a number of products that I use, and to be perfectly honest, I'm so convinced by the quality and my improved catch rate, I've decided to use nothing else. The ones I want to focus on today, though, are the super boosted hardened hook baits and glugs. Now, they come in quite a few various flavours, and I have a few here. Now, I put mine in a sort of like a little pouch bag so I can carry them around, and I do label the tops of them because obviously they're all black topped. However, some of the ones that I've got, so I've got the super boosted wild crab. One of my favourites, the crave. This one's caught me quite a number of fish during the winter as well, so I really like crave, hence why there's not a lot left. They do a multi-worm squab, and I'll show you what the squabs are in a moment. They do a multi-worm 18mm squab. Now, their freezer bait, they do a multi-worm freezer bait, and these are just put in a glug. Tiger nut, they do a boosted meat beast, fruity plum, a number of flavours, almond, jungle, there's quite a few flavours. Now, if I look at the boosted hook baits, and I do need to use one of these because they are quite sticky. But they are pre-drilled. I'm sure you can see the glug that they're in. They're pre-drilled because obviously they do go hard. And then they're put into this glug, which is a bit of a thinner glug than the other glugs I'm going to show you, where there aren't any hook baits in, but it is full of flavour. This one, I say, is wild crab, and although you can't smell it, it smells divine. And I have caught quite a few number of carp on this, the wild crab, and in particular the crave. So that's the wild crab. I'll get another one out just to show you the difference. So wild crab. We've then got, what's this one, meat beast. So again, the meat bit, oh, this one absolutely stinks. But you can just see there is so much attractant sitting on that. Now, what I tend to do is they also do some other bits and pieces. Let me see if I've got one behind me. Yes, so they've got some some dried Daphnia. Now, what I tend to do is I'll take the hook bait, which has been in the glug, whilst it's attached to my hair, and then I'll have a little pot of the dried Daphnia, and what I'll do is I'll roll that into the dried Daphnia so that it actually sticks to the outside of the hook bait. It makes it a little bit less messy on the bank, and also gives you another little added attractant when it's down on the bottom of the lake. So as I say, these are hardened hook baits from Palatrax. Super smelly. Caught me a number of fish. I think I've had 30 fish since January, being out on the bank. Make sure I put the right lid on the right pot. Otherwise that'll be confusing when I get to the bank tomorrow. So yeah, so caught 30, just over 30 fish at the minute, I think. I am back out again tomorrow, so I'm sure I'm going to add to that number, especially with these baits that I'm using. Now, as I say before, they do a glug. Now, this is the crave glug, and if I get the crave boosted, which is that one, so I get the crave boosted, you'll see that it's a little bit runnier than the actual crave glug. So that is lovely. caught me quite a number of fish, this one. I really like the Crave. They also do a Crave 18mm squab freezer bait, which I use, which is fantastic as well. So if you're not into these and you just want to use your freezer baits, have a look at Palatrax's freezer bait range as well. Very good. So what I've got here is I've got one of their 14mm squabs, which is the they're a pop-up. So that's a that's a pop-up. They do them in various colours, but obviously I quite like the white ones. They seem to be doing me right as well. And what I've done is, imagine that was on your hair. So I'm just putting it on here just for, I don't want to get covered in goop. But basically, once you whether it's your pop-up, I mean this is a pop-up, but I mean if you have a hook bait, just dip it in that, and then when you lift it out, that is what you get. A super attractive flavour attached to your hook bait. And once again, I will tend to roll that into some dried Daphnia, or some green lip mussel powder, or any other sort of powdered flavouring that you use, and it will stick to it like glue. And then obviously once you get that out on the deck, it's going to just sit around your bait, oozing flavour. And I can't describe how thick that stuff really is. You can see from the pot that it's extremely sticky, extremely smelly, and has caught me quite a number of carp. So I really do like the Crave flavour. Excuse me. So they do them obviously in wild crab and fruity plum, and they do all the same flavours in the glugs as they do in the hardened hook baits. Now these do come in a little bit cheaper because they obviously haven't got the baits with them. These are a little bit more expensive. I think these are just under a tenner. I think you get 20 baits in them. And the good thing about these as well is you can just replace the bait back in the pot. So at the end of your session, rather than just tossing it back into the lake, if you still got your bait on the end of your hair, pop it off, pop it back in the glug, put it back in your tackle box. Job's a good one, as far as I'm concerned. The other thing that you can do is, if you do buy the glugs and you've got your own favourite hook bait, so if you're not going to get interested in the Palatrax product like I have, and you've got your own favourite hook bait, what you can do is pop one of the glugs, and this is an almond glug, and this is what I've done with this one. Pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. So be careful because it does get hot. The liquid gets hot, and if you do it for too long, these tend to sort of melt a little bit. So just for about 30 seconds, it'll thin it out a bit. Then you can pop your own bait of choice in. I've actually put some multi-worm squabs I like into some almond glug, which I've thinned out by putting it in the microwave. And I'm going to take these to the bank tomorrow because I'm going to give these a go. These have been soaking probably for about a month now. But as I say, so you can use your own chosen hook bait if you're not into the Palatrax product. So if you have your own favourite, or you make your own baits and you just want to give them a bit of added attractant, you can either use the glug, as I say, which is really super sticky, or you can pop the glug in the microwave for 30 seconds or so, thin it out a bit, drop a number of baits. I mean, I think there's about 20 baits in there. Drop a number of baits in, leave them for a few weeks. They will go hard, so make sure you pre-drill them. So pre-drill your hook baits, drop them in there, any flavours. I will put some links in the bottom of this video to the products that I've described today. You will see, like I said before, there are quite a number of products that Palatrax do, and I have gone fully out on Palatrax because my catch rate last year was okay, but as I say, I had quite a number of blank sessions, whereas this year I have blanked once, and I've had 30 carp. So I think I've done about 16 sessions. I've had 30 carp, and I've blanked once, and I'll put that down to myself, not the bait, purely simply because I had to leave early. Something happened at home, so I had to leave early. Where I think if I'd have stayed the night, I'd have probably not blanked. I'm quite confident in that with the products that Palatrax have produced. So that's the super boosted hardened hook baits and Palatrax, and the glugs, as I say. They've done me a real turn this year so far, and as I said before, I won't use anything else. So if you like what you see, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and you'll receive some more content. I will be doing some updates and some reviews on the bank of where I'm actually using this product, and also obviously there's some product behind me that you can see that I also use every time I go fishing, which I will be showcasing both here and on the bank. So if you're interested in seeing that, please hit that subscribe button, and then you'll get to see my new content. So until next time, tight lines everyone.